You want to make a shift in your life, you want to be more motivated, you want to live your life with true intention, purpose, and just know where you're going. And big part of that is no longer sleeping on your dreams, getting what you want, and letting your goals be the focus in your life. Now, if this is all aligning with you, I want you to take the time to do an intense life reset. This is not monthly, this is not yearly, this can be at any point in your life where you are just going to do an intense reset to get your focus back, shift your mindset, shift your motivation, shift your discipline towards your goals and your dreams and everything that you want in life. This is your life, this is your reset, and we are going to do a full life audit and get you to be able to live the life of your dreams. So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I am 25 years old. I am a wife, I am a stepmom, and I am someone who balances all my wants with my needs, and I'm blooming into my best self. I work a full 9 to 5. I have a passion project, and I have so much going on in all my areas of life. And let me tell you, I did this life reset a few times and I feel like I need to do it again. And I want to share with you what I do when I need this whole big life audit. Just everything is kind of getting scrambled. I don't know exactly where I want my focus, and it's time to just hone in on what you truly want, how you're going to do that, and the intention that is set for you to balance your life. Because we see so much on social media of how to audit, what habits you should do, what can work best for you, but honestly, they're not you, and it's time for you to set it up for yourself. Now, before we get into this audit, I want you to have this disclaimer. Take this slow, take this at your own pace, come back to this video. It will be a lot of information in a short period of time. It will also let you have a plan, execute, and be able to do this all figuring out one step at a time. Now, changes over time, nothing will happen overnight, and we want you to evaluate over time. Take a couple days, take a couple weeks to do this, and even a whole month. You can restart at any point you want, and this life audit is for you to take a step back from where you currently are, figure out where you want to go and how we're going to get there. So take the time to reflect on your current situation, sit with yourself, gain the clarity of where you currently are and where you want to go and why you even want to do this intense reset. This is something for your greater good. This is something that you want to take the time on, and you want it to come to you and feel right. So it needs to come over time. Know that balance is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and speed is not what's going to change your life. If you have to take this month to really sit with yourself, really decide what you want, that's what you need to do, instead of trying to focus on something that may not matter or trying to rush it and not really feel aligned. So take this one step at a time, figure out what's going to work for you, and try to find that shift to be able to do this intense reset. It's time to set our intentions. We need to reflect, we need to figure out what we need and do a full life audit exactly the way that I've done it before. That has helped me, and I hope this can help you guys too. So let's jump right into it. First things first is reflecting. It's time to reflect. Now, I'm going to give you 3 ways to reflect. This will help you really get connected to where you are right now and trust yourself on how you want to make that change, where you currently are, and where you need to go. So the 3 categories are achievements, challenges, and areas of improvement. Let's break all of these down. For achievements, think about all the positives and the reinforcement of positivity and achievements that have happened. What has worked and why? Think about all and every situation, from when you were little and won a spelling bee, graduating college, a test that you got an A on. Where are your focuses, and where were those achievements that were lessons for you? So what did you need to do? How much work did you have to put in? What did you do to achieve that? Now, take the lessons and apply them to your challenges that we're about to talk about, because those are the things that you learned along the way. Those achievements, the things that you have succeeded in, are going to help you as you currently have already stepped up to that level to achieve that. So when we get into challenges, don't focus too long on these. I want to go over this really quickly, as this is a time for growth, not negativity. What were the challenges that you faced, and why were you not able to achieve them? It's okay that you still may have not achieved them, or you may have not received them, but what went well in that process that you are proud of in those challenges that you started doing, right? And that will help you get into this areas of improvement. The areas of improvement is where you need to dive deep. This is the area where I want you to really reflect on, and know that this will feel uncomfortable. It's based on the challenges and lows, and how did you handle those setbacks? Based on those challenges, where did you have to learn? Where did you have to lean into? What parts of yourself did you have to really dig deep on? Was it your knowledge? Was it your skills? Where did you have to put yourself in? And understand that you need to criticize in a healthy way. This is holding yourself accountable. This is figuring out the same way you would talk to your friend. Okay, I understand this, but this is why this happened, right? Holding yourself accountable and understanding where the lessons are, what the lessons even are, and how to learn from it. And with that being said, understand that this will keep you stuck if you don't break the cycle and get past it. So reflecting your challenges, what are your hardships? What are the things that you need to continue learning? And maybe for those challenges, be like, okay, let me push myself one step further to really push myself to get past this challenge. That is something that I really think in this reflecting, take some of those achievements, the things that you've learned, the skills that you excel at, and see if you can put those in these challenges and the areas of improvement that you need to do, because that could be what's holding you back from getting to your next level. An intense reset is really holding yourself accountable of where you are and how to make that shift. So now we're going to talk about that shift. That is your reflecting part. I want you to spend a lot of time on that reflection. It is really quick in this reset because audit is really important, all the things that you are going to do, but take time. I would say take more than one day, more than 1 hour to really reflect on where you are, what you're good at, what you need to work on, because that is going to help you when we talk about this audit. So now we're going right into the life audit of setting clear goals, creating the plan, how we're going to do it, what areas of our life are we decluttering, how are we going to establish what we want, and just review where we currently are, where we need to go, and really getting to that point. So let's jump into the audit part. This is going to be the majority of this video, but as I said, if you don't do the reflection, you will never be able to get to this point because you're not clear with where you are and where you want to go and how your skills can help you from what you already have going on in your life. Jumping right in is, of course, goal setting. You need to set clear goals. Your goals should be based on your areas of life. Be clear with them, write them down, know exactly what you want, make them fun, and not every goal is going to align with the end goal, your end goal of who you want to be. And this is where you need to think of the big goal, but also little goals that may just be fun along the way. And that's okay. Not everything that you want to achieve is going to be the person that you want to be, but it could be that person in the middle that wants something before they get to that point. So write that all out. No matter if you know the plan, what are the goals that you want? Be ambitious with this time. Make your goals huge. Make your goals something that you're afraid of. Make them sound so crazy that maybe one day you'll be able to achieve them as you do the other things, right? If you want to know how to achieve goals and set goals, I'm going to be doing a video very soon about how to shift that focus, but how to set and achieve your goals, I do have a video on that. Go check it out. So it's time to put your blinders up, put that focus on, and write your plan. Now, everyone's plan is going to be different. This is not a plan of how to achieve your goals. This is a plan for your life. Now, the first thing is I do quarterly goals. I think this is the most effective way to achieve your goals. Why? Because it's 90 days and then you get to decide if that aligned with you or not. So I recommend that your plan be quarterly goals. Start that way. You can obviously break them down into monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals from there. But your monthly goals are for the resets and the intentions for your quarterly goals. If you guys don't watch my monthly resets, they all focus on how I'm going to achieve my quarterly goals. Of course, I have fun monthly goals in there as well. So you need to break down your quarters. Of course, quarter one is January, February, March. Quarter two is April, May, June. And then July, August, September is quarter three, and October, November, December is quarter four. So breaking them down into each quarter. Now, each quarter is going to be different. There will be a fluctuation throughout the quarters based on your mood, based on your life and how your busy seasons in your life. For me, at my job, I work in real estate. So the winter, a lot of people aren't buying and selling. That's when it's slow in the winter. So winter in the beginning of the year is when I go. But in the summer, that is my busiest season of life. And I have a stepson. I have school out, everything like that. So learn your seasons of life, when to take advantage of your more energized quarters. Of course, for me, spring is the best. April, May, and June, that's the end of the school year. We're busy, but that's also when I have the most time to get outside. That's the most time that I get to create content. That's when I am most creative. So this is when I do my big planning section. This is when I do my life reset. This is when I take the time to really figure out how I'm going to do it for the next year. Set yourself up for success throughout the year by spreading out your goals throughout the quarters to be more productive when you have more energy and more time. So figure out when your highs and lows are. Now that you have that plan, you kind of know what you need to do at what time of year. Give yourself some slump time. That's okay. Now it's time to establish our healthy habits. What do you need to focus on? What have you been neglecting? The mind, body, and soul all work together, and we need to find balances to balance them all together. Set non-negotiables for your daily and weekly and even monthly. What do you need to do that are non-negotiables for your mind, your body, and soul, and create those habits as soon as possible. These should stay throughout the quarters, but they can shift on how you execute them depending on your time and energy. It's time to reset your environment. It's time to declutter for this new era of your life. Take the time to spread this out so you don't burn out and you don't give up. Cleaning your space will clear your mind, clear your focus, and help you focus on other things because you're not always in clutter, you're not in mess, you are not stressed about what needs to be done. So this means physically and digitally. Physically, I would recommend one room at a time. Take this with intention, one area of a time in a room, whatever it is, take the time to clear it out and with intention where everything goes. Same with digitally. Get rid of your photos, get rid of your apps, get rid of the things that you no longer align with. Unsubscribe, unfollow, mute people that are no longer serving you. Find the way to digitally disconnect from people that no longer align with you. Declutter, donate, get rid of the things that are no longer going to fit in this new environment with the energy that you need to give. But we need to talk about finances. You need to make sure that you are using your money intentionally. Get clear on what your financial goals are, figuring out what your budget is, creating structure with your finances. Money is another stressor. Not only is it clutter, it's finances. You need to make sure that you have a budget. You know where you're spending, where you're saving, where you're investing, and how you are using your money with intention to not only reach your goals. What are the hobbies you need to spend money on? What are the things you need to invest in for yourself? What are the things that you need to do for you to be in this area of life? And set up a system daily, weekly, bi-weekly to really focus on your finances and check in and break it down, then adjust, okay? Mindfulness is so important when it comes to your life audit because you need to figure out what you need to do when life gets crazy. We all have those crazy times, those moments where we're going to feel stressed, and you need to just step away from life. What is that for you? Is it meditation? Is it journaling? Is it deep breathing? Is it prayer? What is it for you? Figure out what gives you mental clarity and when do you need it? Is it in the morning before you start your day, at night? Is it once a week? Is it 3 times a week? Is it something that you need to schedule in? Find time for your mindfulness, this mental clarity where you get to take time for yourself to step away from this audit, this life, this energy that you're giving, because each quarter is going to be a little bit different. And as I said, there are going to be stressful times when you are running that marathon and on your pace, right? And then there's times where you take a step back and figuring out where those are, how you're going to balance those, and when life gets hard, how you're going to handle that, so you don't just give up on your reset, you don't give up on your goals, and you don't just quit when the time gets hard. So figuring out that mental clarity is so important. Now, last thing that I always need to talk about is remain flexible. Life is going to life, things are going to come up, and you have to adapt with what comes your way, right? You need to understand that life is going to change. You are going to change. Your goals can change. What you want in life can change. You are going to evolve. You are going to have to rearrange, restructure, and figure out what is going to align with who you are in each season of life. And that means your goals can change, what you want can change. And checking in with yourself, maybe not this intense of a reset, but really taking that reflection that we talked about at the beginning and doing that every quarter. Make sure that you are reflecting and what you want in life is still aligning, right? Because you already set yourself up with the finances, with your goals, with your time, where your quarters are, right? You already have all that set in stone. So when you check in with yourself, just make sure that those are all still aligning to who you want to be, what you want to do, and who you want to become. And that being said, intense resets are meant to do a full life audit. I don't recommend you doing this every quarter. I really recommend doing this maybe once a year, or when you feel like you no longer align with your last life audit. I would say no more than 2 times a year should you do this intense life audit, but feel free to save this video. It's important for you to stay motivated, excited, and looking forward to the future of who you are currently, who you are becoming, and who you are going to bloom into. And take your time with this. Focus on the goal, the end picture, and do not rush the process. Let it take days, weeks, and even months to complete if you are currently not running for specific goals and you have the time in between your busy life to really sit with yourself and do this life audit. Maybe you declutter before you jump in. Maybe you can't balance it all at once, so you're going to work one section of this audit at once. That is something that you can do. That is okay. Maybe one month you focus on budgeting, figuring out where your finances go. The next one is really sitting with yourself and figuring out your goals. The next month is each day you declutter an area of your house, right? Whatever way works for you is so important. Balance those wants with your needs and figure out exactly what you want in life, who you want to become, and let's bloom into them. As much as I'm doing this reset, I want to share this journey with you. Take what aligns with you, take what works for you. Don't copy this if it doesn't feel right. And I'm giving you the knowledge, the skills, and the information that has worked for me, and I hope it can work for you. Follow me over on Instagram. Of course, my DMs are always open if you have any questions about this or how to balance your life or bloom into your best self. And follow me over here. This is a journey. This is a community. We are all on it together, and we can better ourselves one day at a time to become the best person that we want to be. So keep blooming, keep balancing, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.